We didn't put our children as a priority. We thought about ourselves, but the children is the all persons born. They are really one of the prizes and the royalty in the Constitution. And now you got 300 to 400 million people trampling them on Ponzi scheme and just hijack it with no constitutional authority, rights, or anything. And the simple question is, the 15th Amendment contract, supreme vote, don't mean nothing. Then why do you think you're going to vote as a alien or somebody who came way later than black people mean anything on the same soil that the 15th is supremed in, and the Constitution is the law of the land, and it has a 15th Amendment, supreme built-in automatic vote, and this automatic vote is of non-consent. That means that anything you do, the Supreme is going to non-consent you, and it reverts back to the Supreme contract being supreme. The 15th vote is the most powerful vote on the planet. It's a cosmic vote that the Buffalo Soldiers left to the black men, but unfortunately, many black men don't know about it. One example I want to give you, because before I get even accusatory, and I don't want to get accusatory, but one example I want to give you is Shirley Sherrod, when she was accused of depriving his white farmer of subsidies, and they was trying to character assassinate her. What you found was what you're supposed to be intelligent, educated black men was the first to stick their chest out against this woman. Now here she is. She done lost a father through hanging. Her whole constitutional rights have been hijacked for almost 150 years now, and all her wealth and everything. And she's the Constitutional Supremacy Clause. Black women is the Constitutional Supremacy Clause, like it or not. They have to give birth to the black man, who is the 15th Amendment. That's why the 14th Amendment is prior. They're the first non-consenter who have to give birth to the female and the male. So she gives birth to other Supremacy Clause women, and she gives birth to the male who has a supreme vote. And so what happened with Shirley Sherrod, we saw Boyce Watkins, Roland Martin, NAACP, their first instinct was to attack the Supremacy Clause. See, they're trained by Babylon to attack their womankind instead of defend her. Now, if they was trained to, if they had enough instinct and enough self-preservation to defend her, they would have asked, how could she deprive you of anything when you on her constitutional land and birthrights? But the first thing they did was try to say and accuse her of taking something from a white man that could not be taken, because the blood investment of 400 years made that land ours. The 40 acres is now 25,000 or more acres apiece, and everything I'm saying to you, I can prove. Now, President Obama came in there because the Most High is always on time. He may not be there all the time when you expect him to be, but he's always on time. And 1526 is when blacks arrived in America. And in 1526, the prophecy was already written that the New Jerusalem will be built in 483 years. Well, 483 years came down to 2009. And that's when President Obama took the Supremacy Clause, Marion Robinson and Michelle Obama, to the White House at the New Jerusalem swing. Now, before that, the Babylon and the Dracon children was trying to trash this system because it's been a war. Most of the people in America is at war against the Constitution. They claim constitutional rights, but they fight the constitutional citizens. So when they fight the constitutional citizens, it's the same thing as fighting the Constitution. Like it or not, the black American Judasians are married to each other in the Constitution and married to the Constitution. They're married to each other to produce all persons born. It is no such thing as a black single woman. The black American woman is the most married woman on earth, because, first of all, the Most High never divorced me. I'm his firstborn daughter. Some may call me Eve. Some may call me Mary. Some may call me Sophia. I am Isis. And we are a resurrected people. We did build Giza, and I can prove everything I say of who I am and who we are. I did in 2000 and 11, February the 15th, give birth to the newly born Emmanuel, Savior, and Redeemer. We're now under Christ and King David authority. President Obama was put in place by cosmic authority to make the transition. But they thought that they was going to give him Dracon, vampired and parasitic pile of dung, and while they tried to trample the Holy Covenant and crash everything. And he took it and he put it back on track with, of course, Judah wealth. These people don't own no wealth. They keep talking about my taxes, my taxes, the taxes. The taxes they pay don't even clean up their dung. The wealth of America is 400 years of labor, 400 years of human capital investment. Yes, this is a capitalistic country, and you're not going to change that because it has human capital blood investment in the Holy Covenant, which is the Constitution and the Promised Land deed. And 400 years is wealth leverage floated around the world. And it's non-consented. That means blacks can't be debtors, regardless of what TransUnion, Equifax, and all that tell you. They're part of the hijacking to use a corporation to say they're above the Constitution. Everybody is above the Constitution in the Dung Republic, in the Dung Public, because there's no such thing as public housing and public works and public this and public that. The Constitution is a private will, like it or not. It's a private will. The U.S. corporation is a private mule. That's the mule that came to protect the 40 acres. And what it does is throw all these dung contractors into the mule dung, waiting for them. It processes them, then shits them out. Excuse my language, but that's the only way to describe it. And they are a pile of dung. And that's what their contracts are. And they're going to try to say Mitt Romney is going to get in there with a pile of dung. Like Joe Biden said, it's malarkey. But it's more than malarkey. It's massive dung malarkey. So that what they think is they're going to always have that hate gas supported by the Dracons and Illuminati to majority trample. And so here comes Mitt Romney. Nobody questioning his Mexican father now. They've been, you got a woman who can't even speak English named Orly Tates running around filing lawsuits all over the place, questioning who Obama is. Well, the constitutional citizens is the only one who can question him, really. Nobody else have no authority. Constitutional citizens are the real senators. We're the real senators. We're the real governors. We're the real everything. All the rest is an illusion. They in a Dracon illusion. They have Dracon seeds on the brain dung. That's why the Most High told you stay away from them. Do not be in this world or do not be of this world even though you're in it. But one thing we have to understand is the Most High Son, Jesus Christ, had to go and mingle with them devils a little bit to outdo them. So, this is what President Obama had to do too. So don't get, beside yourself because he say, oh, yeah, well, okay, gay marriage. Gay marriage, because anything goes in your Babylon anyway. Anything goes in your Babylon, dung contracts anyway. Yeah, you can go ahead and have a dung contract to gay marriage. Go ahead, because what you're doing is contracting more debt, because what you want to steal the 14th now, you want to steal the 14th to mate dung and semen together. Okay, go ahead and have your way because your time is coming to a close. Let Staten have his last stand because his stand and his trademark is anal rape. Anal rape kills the Kundalini. The Kundalini is the God serpent that black men have in them. They want to turn them all into